Hello, buonasera. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome. I'm Raffaele. How are you today? Let's check. I'm checking the chat. Hello, dear family. How are you today? Dear family, you see, Noreen knows my welcome. I'm so happy now. It's a little bit cooler today than last week. That was so hot, a heat wave. The temperature should be better from tomorrow. So, hello everyone. Hello. Let's see. I'm checking the chat. We still have a few minutes from the starting time. Hello, Catherine, Susa, David, Norman, Tish, Helen, Kelly. Hello everyone. Today we have the Herculaneum Part 3. Most of you are following this special saga of Herculano since it was last week, yes, when we did the part 1, the part 2. Today we have the part 3 and tomorrow the part 4. And then we could complete the whole Herculaneum tour. Hello, I have to watch the recordings of Dr. Rocky free webinar. I'm not busy scratching poor old body. Good, Polly. Long message in the chat. Good. Hello, Satyam. Hello, Trudy. How are you? Finally, I have also here on YouTube. Hello, Trudy. Trudy with the family from Villarica. Alessandra, it's telling you hello. She's sending a big hug and a big kiss, Trudy. So yes, Alessandra is saying hello, hi to Alessandra, Trudy. I want to wait another extra minutes and then we can start our travel to Herculaneum Part 3. So, just for a recap, Herculaneum is an archaeological site, is a Roman city buried and destroyed during the eruption of Mount Vesuvius, 79 AD. The city, the Roman colony, that was not a very big Roman town, but it was a very special resort with a big villas, with a beautiful art, with a lot of sculptures, bronze, marble, great mosaics, elegant places. So, I mean, it was a city devastated, but arrived until our modern days almost intact for some aspect. While in Herculaneum we can also find a lot of carbonized wood. Today we are going to explore uh, the bathhouse, a wonderful bath, then a big mosaic, all completely made of tesserae of glass paste, something unbelievable. I will make pause when we will go there so you can take a screenshot, and then some homes. I think we are ready. So nice to be with me, Noreen. Perfect. We have also about 30 people connected, which is not bad. Hopefully, someone can watch the video after. 3, 2, 1. Let's start. Ercolano. Enjoy and please, for any question, you have the chat. Welcome to this wonderful place. Last time we were just outside the bathhouse of the city when we ended our part 2, and then our part 3 is starting from the gymnasium, from the sports area of the male section for the bathhouse. Uh, as you might know, the bathhouse was placed for hygiene, where people could wash bodies, where people could take a relax, take a bath in the calidarium or frigidarium or tepidarium, but they could also train the body for sport in this beautiful open courtyard that was covered with a columns all around, the so-called peristelium. The roof that you can see now, I made a pause, so it's not buffering. That is a reconstruction. That is an important reconstruction showing us how could be the whole courtyard. Columns were made with local round cut bricks and covered with plaster. Then the rainwater from the roof was collected in a drainage and went to the underground cistern. But let's enter inside the bath, which is one of the most beautiful of the Roman world. Enjoy this spectacular building. The floor is completely intact, while we have also shelves around where people could leave clothes, and the ceiling, made with this technique called strigilatura. It's a waterproofing material that could avoid the condensation dropping on your head, but it went on both sides. The shelves that you can see into the screen now, they were used for people who could leave clothes or something, perfume, unguents, oil for the wellness of the body. Benches where they could sit having a chat, because don't forget that a Roman bath was a place for meeting, business, and also interesting connections. That is still part of the strigilatura, while in the middle we have an oculus, which is this open ceiling for the light. And then one of the most beautiful basin ever found in Herculaneum, one block of marble, the topper part. And that was a fountain, there was a pipe coming from the wall with a cold water to refresh after a sport or from the heat of a summertime. The corner was a little area where they could actually sit, and then had a proper cold water splashing around. And then you can see that we are going to visit the second room, the tepidarium, the like a modern sauna. The floor, dear family, it's really, really spectacular. It's upside down because we're not allowed to go on the other side, but you can see, I make a pose, you can see the beautiful design of the draw of a Triton with the four dolphins on four corners, and that mosaic it looks like a carpet because the floor for the tepidarium and the calidarium was supported by pillars called suspensura, and they had some tubuli where the steam produced from the prefurnium could work in between the double floor and the double walls. Because during the eruption and the earthquakes produced during the eruption, part of the floor collapsed, part of the supporting beneath. That's why you can see these little pillars made of bricks. They have to support this floor, but because they collapsed, even the mosaics fall. The hot air was produced behind this wall, the so-called prefurnium again. But even here, the ceiling, it's completely covered with these waterproofing roofs, shelves. Usually in a room like this, they had a bowl with a moisture of broken seashell with the volcanic dust that they used to make exfoliation for the skin care. That is the hypocaust, or the gap in between the first and the second floor. That is one of the most spectacular inventions something was invented already in the Greek time, but Romans upgraded a lot. So that is the service room that is behind the tepidarium, and the calidarium was closed. There was a rope. We have also a friend. We have a kitty. Hello, kitty. We have a lot of cats living in Herculaneum. This place where now I'm standing, where I'm walking, this was covered with a roof. And this was the place where they used to store wood and other tools to clean the bathhouse. That is the space where actually the hot air went. You see the gap. That is a pose. I stopped the video. You can see that the heat, the hot air could pass in between the first and the second floor through that tunnel. We were basically in that room before. We could not see because it was stuck, it was closed, but imagine the hot air could work in between the first and the second floor. Very well done, friends. The brickwork is spectacular, and then they had also stairs. They went up to the second floor where they had some cisterns for the collection of water, and thanks to the gravity force and pipes, water arrived to the different fountains inside the bathhouse. From this building, now we are in the middle of one of the most beautiful and intact roads of the ancient Roman colony. On the right side of the sidewalk, we have pillars higher, while in front, where now the video it's moving, we are able to enter inside another spectacular building, one of my favorite, which is the female section of the bathhouse. I want to stop the video so you can see the difference in between the male where we were right before and the high quality decorations of the floor for the female section in this room that is a mixture in between cold and tape and like a changing room. The spectacular draw, very high quality here of Triton in the middle, in between dolphins. On the right top corner, there's also a little cupid. But what is impressive, it's the octopus fighting with the squid. That is really something that it's used as a logo of the city. The shelves are almost intact, and even here we have the strigillatura, which is these grooves for the condensation of water. Look at the four dots on the right side of the octopus. That is the ink fighting with the squid. And the quality, the define of the face of Triton, it's really, really spectacular. Benches comfortable where they could sit, and one of my favorite floor, which is this meander style. It looks like a big labyrinth. I made also the wide angle so you can have a better understanding of the whole spaces in this taped room. There was also a little fountain to the left top corner. Look how beautiful it is. Oh, my gimbal was doing some games. In the square portion of the floor, there was also symbols of daily life object. Uh, 12 or 15 people each room can be, and that is the Calidarium with a spectacular, beautiful hot tub, all marble. There is also a bench, that one to the left, made with a marble from Egypt. How could they make the steam? They had a fountain to the left side, that one that you can see round. The contrast in between the fountain and the hot air inside, they could actually make the steam room. Very clever, and yes, it's incredible, Diane. All very intricate, Susan, that's true. And it's very clever, Artemis, that's true. Those are all the symbols. I wanna stop the video so you can see like a little carafe to the left corner, another unguentario, little things for the oil right there that you can see. All little tesserae of travertine and basalt. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this square in the middle, it looks like a rocket. Romans said not rocket for sure. It looks like a whale, but Romans said not whale in the Bay of Naples. And that it's what you think. It's a phallus. That is a symbol of fertility, good luck, and protection. Why not? Here you are. Closer up. Screenshot moment. Good. It's part of the decorations of the floor. Look at that. That's incredible. It's really, really incredible. And that is a part of the original glass. I know the video and the light. Okay. That is stopping video. That is glass, family. Romans had a double glass window for some of rooms like that to keep better the temperature that you can actually see of the rooms. That's so great. Of course, Carla, yes, of course. The little tunnel in the left corner of the pillar actually made the water going out from there. And this was like a waiting hall outside, but now we have the chance to see other incredible buildings of this spectacular archaeological site. Are you enjoying? I hope so. I really hope so. So now we left the bath and we are completely to another building, which is a private house. The private house where we have the most beautiful mosaic of the Roman colony of Herculaneum, and I will say also Pompeii. Take a moment for a nice screenshot. I will stop the video because that mosaic, here we are. That is Neptune and Amphitrite. It's called the House of Neptune and Amphitrite. Some of you sent me a message and they asked about the map and which kind of place I have been. I'm mentioning every place where we are. So we were in the male and the female sections of the bathhouse, and now we are inside the house of Neptune and Amphitrite. The person to the left is the god Neptune with a fork and wife to the right side. The pose of both figure, it reminds a lot the Greek statuary, the beautiful sculpture that we can see in many museums, from the Vatican to Museum of Naples or to Greece. The contrapposto, the style of Neptune, it looks like a big athlete. Every single tesseract of this mosaic is made with a glass paste, some other precious gems, and some little piece of real gold. It looks like a painting, but it's a spectacular mosaic. When it was discovered, it was considered one of the most beautiful and expensive mosaics ever found. The contrast of the chiaroscuro in between the shade of blue and the white will make the effect of a fan. But the room where now we are, with this great and beautiful shrine to the left, this was a summer dining room. The platform on the floor was used to hold a mattress where people could lay down reclined on a side, eating with a fountain in the middle to create the effect of more freshness and a painted garden on the wall. Look also the masks. In the middle of this platform there was the leg where a pipe could pass through. Imagine mattress and people enjoying a carafe of wine, eating something, and you can see the detail now of this other wall with dogs hunting deers, garland of flowers with a pomegranate, the spot to all the sculpture, maybe Venus in the middle of that niche, covered with the volcanic stones and the seashells as an ornamental design. The masks, still with some of the colors, is a symbol called apotropaico, and the mask on top is a drunk Sileno. The theater mask was a big fashion around the early 1st century AD, when all of these beautiful mosaics and the room was made. So it's nearly about 2000 years old. Yeah, it's priceless. It is priceless, Susan. I hope that you are enjoying this place, because that was a mask that I wanted to show you. And I was lucky enough that in that moment there were not so many people around, because there's always a huge line, especially during the cruise ship time, to visit that mosaic. That is the impluvium that was used for the collection of rainwater. Now it's missing the ceiling, but we need to imagine a ceiling with a hole used for the collection of it. That is part of the original pipe that could bring water to the summer dining room, the summer Herculaneum. And this little room, family, it's a kitchen, and to the right side, a toilet. I know, it's weird. Same rooms, both things, yes. The same underground wasting channel, it was from the kitchen and the toilet. This is the outside of, it was a rainy day back then when I made the video. Outside the house, we can see also the remain of the upper floor flat, where a person used to live up over there, and right at the bottom, this beautiful and still well preserved shop with the amphoras to the right side that they used to hold inside some olive oil and wine, and the carbonized banister, all completely intact. That is the beauty of Herculaneum, where we have some of the organic material like wood that turned to charcoal, and because of the mud that literally buried the whole site for about 65 feet, preserved in the best way. Now I'm walking through this high sidewalk towards the main part of the city, but first I want to show you one of the most beautiful homes, honestly, in my opinion, but not so famous, not so famous. It's very unusual for the layout, that's why I like it. It's very eclectic, let's say, if the word is correct for it. The floor is all a big mosaic, and when we enter, we don't have a proper atrium as we have seen in many other rooms. But there is just entrance with a little tablinum, which is a little office, with a very special decorations with these elegant and gentle flowers around. Plus, there was a scalda vivande, which is a place where they used to store the heat of the food, with this very well preserved fresco design with some birds symmetrical facing on opposite sides, and then little dolphins typical of the Fourth Roman style, something that was painted around the earthquake that happened in 62 and the eruption of 79 AD. This was a small passage with these mosaics again. But what is the atrium of this house? Well, there was not a proper deep pool as you have seen, but here is elevated impluvium, which is very unusual. I never seen something like this somewhere else. Maybe the architects have to follow the natural design of this part of the city, or wanted to make something special, because that it's the proper impluvium, which is elevated. We have also the second floor intact. I will show you now part of the stair. Look at that. That is something that we could still walk up over there. But for clear reason of safety, it's not possible to go to the second floor. The compluvium is up over there, almost perfect. And then the rainwater made like a shroud of water when it was raining, and went to the little hole to the left bottom corner, and then filling the cistern that is placed beneath this elevated impluvium. Very, very special architecture. And in front of this, one of the largest dining room ever found. That's a very large dining room. That, yes, Lynn, that's a good point. With some of the frescoes still around the walls, the yellow-orange color is because of the heat. When the steam, that was about 600 Celsius degrees, arrived into this room, it immediately changed the color. I like the view from the dining room to the impluvium, open right at the entrance of the house, actually. That is a small cupid that is very, very, very sweet. That figure of a cupid, while on top we have a carafe of wine. The wine was a symbol of leisure, and Herculaneum was a great city for the so-called otium, O-T-I-U-M. All of this sketch that you can see on the wall is a modern restoration to complete what it was missing from the wall. And then we have few plates of marble showing the rising sun and the sunset. That's a chariot holding the sun with this god moving them, and an Herma of Apollo to the left. That is very, very expensive, not to have a carving like that. Look at the quality of the contrast with the muscle for the horses and the women figure to the left. Honestly, Herculaneum can give us the chance to see beautiful details. Even if I will take you to Pompeii in one of the last openings soon, which is the house of the silver wedding, Casa delle Nozze d'Argento. Believe me, that it's one of the most beautiful openings of that archaeological site. But to follow me, you need to subscribe to the channel. Please don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe the channel, comment the video, and if you want to leave a donation, so you can find all of the information down below the video. I will be very happy to drink a coffee that you are leaving me. That it's very, very kind from you. Thank you very much. It's also funny. Let me stop the video for a moment, that you can see in the right side of your screen there is a letter. Make sure that that part of the wall will be never seen in the Roman time, because it was covered with a plaster, but the worker and the builders, they used to make like a game or a play, writing some letters in the different part of the walls. Maybe it was something that they wanted to do to kill the time, let's say, while they were working. That was funny to see, this letter, which is the alpha, the first letter of the Greek alphabet. It was made with a different quality stones. We have several examples of that even in the cathedral of the Middle Age in Northern Europe, but also in Italy. That is the remain of the second floor, the section of the second floor flat. Ercolano, very, very beautiful, beautiful site. Oh, good for the herds, thank you. We just passed from one house to another home. That is one of the most preserved peristelium of the archaeological site, where the pillars are made of local bricks and plaster like marble, and then the rooms almost complete, with the stunning frescoes, very elegant, and even the ceiling, which is a vaulted ceiling, covered with the colors, and the back there is a little shrine for the house god, for the household guardians. This house where now we are, called the house of the Black Salon, the Black Hall, which is mainly black for the floor and some of the colors found in the main dining room. It's complete from the peristyle where now we are, that I'm working. I will pass through the tablinum, where still have this floor made with that black design. The tablinum is quite big here. It's nearly about 40 square meters, where we have that great perspective that you can see. I'm stopping the video. You can see this perspective of architectural design painted on the wall. And then from the tablinum, we can reach the atrium of this house. The atrium where it's completely missing the ceiling because collapsed. And that is the modern Herculaneum above the archaeological site. And that is the impluvium. The impluvium with a little puteale, which is this whole column. And then we are able to pass through the original fauces, which is the entrance of this house, where you are able to see a carbonized door open with a lock made of metal still mixed in the same material. That is one of the cold caves of the city. We don't know if the door was left open by the family where they escaped or the steam. And now we are in the middle of Herculaneum. This is the heart of the city, where when you see the wall to the left, that is a modern wall to protect the archaeological site from the Roman city. Next time in the Herculaneum part 4, which is tomorrow, we will start to talk from here. But that is a full panoramic view of the central part of the city. But we need to just dream of what kind of beauty we can have to the other side. And enjoy this very unusual fountain with a double tap. There is a Venus washing earth next to a seashell, all made of travertine, very beautiful, clean and expensive, and a portrait of Venus to the opposite side. We are right in the heart of Herculaneum, where also you can see part of the aqueduct design. I'm stopping the video. You can see several pipes made of lead, and they could bring water to restaurants, fountains, and different homes of different bathhouses. Dear family, we are at the end of our travel to Herculaneum. I'm here if you have any doubts, any questions about what we have seen today. That is an inscription that was found. It was like a sort of a rule that people have to follow. Don't throw aliments and food into the public fountains. Otherwise, there was a punishment with a public whip in the middle of that street. I hope that you could actually enjoy and you could learn more about this special Roman colony. That is part of the pipe that was connected with the several that we have seen right before into the different corner. And that is a very well remained second floor little apartment. That is really, really, really beautiful. Back here, family. So yes, we have done two baths. Well, the same bathhouse, but one was the male and one was the female section. Then we went to that spectacular home with that great mosaic. Then we went to the unusual architectural design home, and in the last part, we passed through a house, reaching the central part of Herculano that I will show you in a detail tomorrow evening, same hour, same place, same YouTube channel. It was beautiful. Hard to choose if you like more Herculaneum or Pompeii. Well, we can say we love both. I mean, there is not a better choice. Many travelers that I'm meeting during my in real in-person tours, always they're telling, Herculaneum is more preserved. I read on internet, a friend told me that Herculaneum is more preserved than Pompeii. I say it's wrong. It depends where you go in Pompeii, and it depends where you go in Herculaneum. Even Pompeii has a special sections totally preserved. Especially the new excavations area that is outstanding, that is speechless. So it really depends what kind of tour you want to do in Pompeii, what kind of tour you want to do in Herculaneum. And it depends what kind of forum or page you are going to read in internet to tell me that Herculaneum is more preserved than Pompeii. For sure, we can tell you that Herculaneum has a lot of wood. Pompeii, it's very wide, it's very big. Tamara, you're always happy. Yes, thank you. Ashlyn, thank you. Satyam, thank you. Well, no, Satyam, Raffaella is for girls. The name Raffaella is for girls. My name is Raffaele, not Raffaella. Just because, no, otherwise Alessandra can have a problem and say, and with Raffaella, no. So, thank you, Carla. Thank you. You have to be with a great guy. That's true. So please don't forget to put a like on the video, comment, share my YouTube channel with your friends from all over the world. I have like 930 people following, and we need to reach the break, and we need to break the wall of 1,000 subscribers for the YouTube. And yes, I'm really happy, and thank you very much for all of the guests leaving a donations. You can use PayPal or you can use Buy Me a Coffee, which is a very super easy tool. And last time you sent me a lot of coffee that I drank for all the week. Thank you very much. I will be happy also to drink coffee this evening or whenever you want. Also, I'm sharing the coffee with Alessandra and with some other colleagues. Thank you very much. Carla, I just got your notification. You just sent me coffees. Thank you very much. So, dear family, see you tomorrow evening. Evening for me, morning for you, afternoon. Same time, same channel, but for Herculaneum Part 4. So, coffee time, Tamela. That's true, coffee time. Don't forget also thumbs up. Yeah. So, grazie. See you tomorrow. Now it's time for a dinner. Today we will have a nice pizza, Neapolitan pizza, and we will drink a glass of wine for all of us. Thank you. Grazie, and see you tomorrow. Stay safe wherever you are.